Talk about leads and collars for a second, and let me show you what I use with Roxy, and there's no reason why you can't use these with your puppy. This is just a standard lead. It's quite a long one. I think it's about 1 meter 20 or 50. This one is specifically made of leather. I'm quite passionate about my lead, just because I think it feels quite nice. It's got a little bit of bounce in it, and it's quite soft. This lead will last a lifetime, providing my dog doesn't chew it. Okay. She's also got, Roxy also has a collar on, and it's just a standard neck collar with a buckle on it, and it's a legal requirement. Can't get it off you. Am I moving it off? No. It's a legal requirement to have a tag on your dog's collar with your postcode and your surname on it as well. Just bear that in mind. That is a legal requirement as well. We usually have our a collar on all the time, just in case she decides that she wants to dash through a door and get out. Then that way at least somebody is able to contact us, and I'm not going to get slapped with a hefty fine. So we usually say collars on all the time, and just have them on so you can fit 2 fingers in between the collar and the neck quite comfortably, and then you know it fits really, really well. Okay, you can find fashionable ones or do whatever you like. You will also need a harness that's well fitted and a long line. These guys are for recall, and you can walk your dog on the harness, especially while they're young and they're going to be pulling quite a bit. So the priority of walking your puppy, specifically when they first start going out and about, you would want to maybe pick them up and carry them. You can get little slings, and you can get backpacks as well, in order for you to take them out and let them see the world. That time is really important. This is the time they haven't had their vaccines yet. You want to take them out and let them see the world. So when they get to the point of being put on the floor and they're safe to do so, then your walks are all about exploring. So we're not too worried about heel work from day one. We want them to be able to explore the world, and that's more of a casual kind of walk. So the lead use gets quite important. So I'm going to show you what we mean. So I'm going to clip it on Roxy here, and then what we want to do is keep the lead nice and loose. Move back a bit so the camera fits me. Lovely. So one hand here, grasping the lead. The other hand here. This is where all of the control comes from. So she's on my left side, and that's usually the side that we walk our dog on. Just makes it easier if everybody's walking them on the same side. Doesn't matter whether you're right or left-handed. It's kind of like learning to drive. You'll get used to it. So the treat is in the closest side to the dog, so that's the left. So you can dip your hand in any moment and, hey presto, have your dog's attention on you. Okay, so treat pouch on the left, and then lead in this hand, nice loop down, not too far to the ground. Smiley lead, happy dog, think, okay? So then when you're walking, if your dog puts tension on the lead, so say if they pull it tight, we want them to respond to that, not to ignore it. So when they go tight, you could simply stop and then reward your dog for returning back to you. Have that treat out at the ready, and then as soon as they move, yes, well done. So we're teaching them to respond to that lead tension. She knows what's coming. So every time they pull out in front, you can pop a bit of tension in there and reward them for coming back to you. So you've already started the recall process, and it helps with your heel work as well. So a little bit of tension and rewarding for moving with you. So they learn to respond to that tension. That's the important bit. If you lose your dog's attention completely, then it's just little tweaks like this. We're not pulling our dogs. If you physically move your dog, then they will not have learned anything from that process. So it's important that we get them to come back of their own accord. So it's about making it dog's choice over anything else. So if we distract Roxy for a second, I'm going to pop her over there. And then I'm going to go, Roxy, yes, good girl, well done. Good girl. So she's trying to get to the liver cake. Roxy, yes, good girl, well done. And I'm rewarding her as soon as she's looking at me. Roxy, yes, good girl, well done. Then I can pop her straight into my heel work. Roxy, what's this, look? What's this? Yes, good girl, well done. Yes, I know. And then we can walk past that distraction. No matter what that distraction is, my dog is paying attention to me, she's working with me, she's walking with me. Yes, good girl. Notice my voice as well, it's quite exciting and high-pitched. My body language is quite sort of fluid and bouncy in itself. I'm meeting the energy of my dog, and I want to encourage her to think that this is such an exciting place to be. And if she does it right and she gets the right side, I'm going to help her out with it occasionally, then she gets some rewards, and so she feels good about the process, and that's what it's all about. So especially with our ignoring, whoosh. Yes, good girl. She now knows that she just needs to return to me and she doesn't get to snuff all those up. So lead use is very important, and just remember it's an extension of your voice and not your arm. Yeah? So I don't want to be pulling my dog anywhere, because that's just not going to make the walk enjoyable for you or them. So you've got to spend some time teaching them how to walk properly by your side, and then it literally doesn't matter what equipment you choose to use, because you've taught your dog how to walk to heel. That's the important bit, okay? So you've got to spend some time teaching them so they understand what you want, and then it doesn't matter what you do later, because you've already put the groundwork in. Whenever you struggle to get your dog's attention, you know what to do. Little tweaks. Yes, well done. Good girl. This way. Roxy. Yes, good girl. Well done. Come on then. Well done. Good job. This way. Roxy. Roxy. Yes, yes, yes. Good girl. Well done.